All right, so a couple tips on our bridges. I'm just gonna give you some cues. This is our glute bridge. So this is not a spinal roll up. The goal of this is actual glute hamstring emphasis, not our back. So we're trying to really de-emphasize some of that back working and really emphasize your glutes engaged. So this is like your hinge. I want you to think of this as almost like your hip hinge, meaning I'm just coming straight up, straight down. There's not a roll. This is not happening. There's not a spinal roll up. This needs to be a straight line. So first of all, find that position hip distance apart, right, with your knees. Find that nice position, and then finding space here. Hands can be behind your hips or in front, where I'm coming straight up, and I should look like a triangle when I'm done. So if the butt's kind of saggy, that's not it. So I want to finish in this nice triangle, and again, a couple things to think about. My rib cage needs to be connected here. So this popped up is going to stress out my lower back. So a lot of times people are like, I can't do bridges, it bothers my back. Well, a lot of it is in the setup. And first of all is having the mobility in that upper back and the abs controlled to maintain this appropriate position. Second of all, I want you to think about every time you lift, this is a glute bridge. This you could add weights to, but this is glutes. So every time you lift, I want you to squeeze your glutes and then lift. Dig in with your heels. And you may need to play with your foot position to find that position where you can really emphasize that hip extension. Third thing I'll suggest is add a little bit of speed. Sometimes adding a little speed will get out of your head this rocking part, because that is not what we're going for. We're going for locked in here, spine is protected, spine is stable, and then glutes drive, right? So it's the difference between this kind of rocking to roll up and then, oh, my back hurts, versus abs are down, rib cage is down, I'm locked in here, and then I just go straight up. So practice that. So that is your basic bridge. Now, I always suggest starting there first, right? The progression is going to be our marching bridge. Marching is going to be a lot more core control. So I'm staying up in this elevated bridge. My hips are level. So one of the things I like to suggest is hands here or here. And if you're just feeling your lower back, give your back some support with your hands, or you might need to just take it back down a notch to that basic bridge. But this is more about core and hip stability. So I don't want to see the hips rocking side to side or dropping with this bridge, right? So this is great to work on your core strength as well as your glute strength. Great for my cyclists, my runners, anyone who just needs to work on their core stability, their hip stability, but also to apply this to your sports where running, biking, you need to have this stable while your arms and legs move. So this is a great one to start with. You can add mini bands to either of these. You can add weights to any of these. I suggest 3 sets of 10, but I really want you to focus on your form first. So if you're starting to lose it after third or fourth,